Kiss me free. Paycheck. Take back. Happiness. Make green. Hold tight. Spotlight. Keep me from the...
How's it going? Lobotomizer Jones from Solanum Society here. You know, when I heard that the Hard Rock Show are putting together an Alice Cooper special, I thought, I can be of some assistance here, you see. I'm a bit of an Alice Cooper fan. In fact, when I'm not out slaughtering zombies, I do everything Alice Cooper. I live, I breathe him, tattooed with him. He's my man. So, what I thought I'd do is I'd give everyone here a quick rundown of his albums from start to latest. Here we go. Alice Cooper put together a band of mates in high school. Neil Smith on drums, Glenn Buxton and Michael Bruce on guitar, and Dennis Dunaway on bass. His name was Vincent Fernier. They put together a band called the Naz, and then they became the Spiders, and eventually Alice Cooper got a deal with Frank Zappa on his Straight Records label. Released an album called Pretty's For You. Just after that, Easy Action. Both of them pretty weird, a little bit psychedelic. Hang on. Imagine Pink Floyd, but not quite as good. And then, not long after that, they came across a wonderful man called Bob Ezrin. Bob Ezrin introduced them to the Alice sound we love and know today. Well, introduced us to it anyway. They released Killer and Love It to Death in the same year. Brilliant albums. Best Alice albums ever. My opinion, of course. Not long after that, Schools Out, with Schools Out, of course, awesome album. Biggest hit ever. Right now, Alice Cooper flying the rich and famous skies in their private jet. Alice chugging the beers like never before. Then along came $1 Billion Babies. More beers, more flights, more excess. Then along came Muscle of Love. Now, Muscle of Love was their last album as a band, you see, because the band wanted to do more music. Alice wanted to go more theatrical, so they went separate ways. The band became the $1 Billion Babies. Alice Cooper became Alice Cooper. He kept the name. He made Welcome to My Nightmare. They made Battle Axe. Have you heard Battle Axe? Have you heard Welcome to My Nightmare? Someone made the right decision. Anyway, Welcome to My Nightmare was awesome. Huge hit. Had Only Women Bleed on it. Massive hit. Still hear that on the crappy 3AW radios today. Then after that was Alice Cooper Goes to Hell. I forgot for a second. Then Alice Cooper Goes to Hell. Brilliant album, concept album about him going to hell and trying to negotiate his way with the devil to get back to Earth. Then, not long after that, he released Laced and Whiskey about a cross-dressing private detective. Very weird, but very awesome. Has that You and Me Ain't No Movie Stars song on it. Awesome album. Then, not long after that, he decided, I need to institutionalise myself because I've been drinking too much. Ended up coming out with an album called From the Inside, which is about all the different people he met in the institution, or based on the people he met in the institution anyway. So he'd given up booze, but unfortunately took up cocaine, didn't he? Or harder drugs anyway. And at that point he released 4 albums which he calls the Blackout Period, which was Flush the Fashion, Data, Zipper Catcher's Skin, and Special Forces. In my opinion, the best 2 out of those lot, Flush the Fashion and Data. The rest of them, in fact, they're all a bit scary 80s poppy, bit odd. Anyway, not long after... Oh, wait, one sec. Sorry about that. Serves me right for coming out at night, eh? Then, not long after that, he decided he's going to have his comeback. Flush his drugs down the toilet. And along came his comeback with Constrictor and Raise Your Fists and Yell. Raise Your Fists and Yell, the best of those two. But you get the idea, the sort of 80s horror movie soundtrack sounding albums. Awesome sounding albums. Really, really good, really, really heavy. Kane Roberts on guitar, good stuff. Then along came Trash, invested the friends of John Bon Jovi, Steve Tyler, Desmond Child produced. Next thing you know, he's got that cashing in on the whole hair metal 80s thing with John Bon Jovi and stuff. Then, not long after that, out came Hey Stupid with Ozzy Osbourne doing a bit of backing vocals and Feed My Frankenstein with Steve Vai and Joe Satriani playing guitar. Really, 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 really cool stuff. Then he did a trio of albums which is called Last Temptation, Brutal Planet and Dragon Town. Those 3 he calls a trio because they're sort of religious based, but Brutal Planet is by far the best. Awesome album, heaviest. Everyone here will shoot you if you don't. Everyone here will love it. Awesome stuff, Brutal Planet. And then after that he went back to his rock roots, released Dirty Diamonds and The Eyes of Alice Cooper. Other way around, but he released those 2. Awesome albums again, but more that rock and roll, Rolling Stones, early Alice Cooper, rock and roll guitar sounding stuff. Brilliant. Not long after that, he released Along Came a Spider, which is about this dude that chops off limbs and makes spiders and, back to that Psycho Alice stuff. Slash plays a bit of guitar on that. Awesome album as well, but really psychologically fucked up. Then, Welcome to My Nightmare with Bob Ezrin helping him out again. Really, really cool if you can get past the fact he does a duo with Keisha, whatever you say her name is. It's a good album, Welcome to My Nightmare. And now, along comes his new album, which is The Hollywood Vampires, which he's doing as a tribute to all his old friends back in the day that all drank themselves to death, John Lennon and Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, etc. If I've missed anything, I apologise. I don't think I have. Alice rocks. No matter what he does, it's awesome. Love him. Worship him. Motley Crue should be supporting him. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Rock and roll. Burst Lisa Undead. Oh, and by the way, don't forget, when you're listening to zombie music, there's only one. Rock and roll.